dashboards in R. So,
Muted.
first of all, I would like to welcome all of you to this webinar, and let me give you my introduction. My name is Sumit, and I'm working in this IT field since last 15 years. In total, I have 15 years of experience, industry experience. And in R programming, I have 3 years of experience in R programming, in R development, and building reports and dashboards for a company. So the idea behind this webinar is to give you an overview that what can we do with R, or what are the benefits of using R, or how can we build a CFO dashboards in R. So before moving on to the actual implementation of R to build a CFO dashboard, first of all, let's understand what exactly CFO dashboards is and what are the use of CFO dashboard in an organization. So so let's talk about the CFO background, that what CFO will be going to do in an organization. So basically, CFO stands for Chief Financial Officer, and the CFO of a company, he will be responsible to the company's board of directors for all accounting and financial matters, and he will be going to manage, he is responsible for managing the financial risk of the corporation. He should establish company-wide objectives, policies, procedures, processes, programs, and practices to assure the company of a continuously with sound financial accounting structure. CFO is also responsible for financial planning and record keeping, as well as financial reporting to the higher management. So the actual task of CFO is to prepare a financial report and present that financial report in front of the CEO or in front of the board of directors. So based on that report, based on that dashboard, the CEO of a company or the directors of the company, they can make the decisions, they can make the future decisions for an organization. In some sectors, the CFO is also responsible for analysis of data. The CFO typically reports to the CEO and to the board of directors and may additionally sit on the board. CFO is closely involved in designing and overseeing strategy, operations, and performances. So the CFO, it supervises the finance unit and is a chief financial spokesperson for the organization. So basically, he will be going to find out, he will be going to analyze the data. Based on the analysis, he will prepare a dashboard, and that dashboard he will present, or he can use that dashboard for further analysis or to take future decisions of an organization along with the CEO and the board of directors. The CFO is responsible for determining and reporting the company financial information, both past and the present. The report must be accurate, or the reports which he is creating, the CFO will be going to create, should be accurate, and this will be on timely, because if the time passed and if the time lasts, then there is no use of that report. For example, if the CEO needs a report for the previous financial year within a couple of time, and he is preparing the report, and if it takes the time, and if it took at least 15 days or let's say 10 days to generate that report, to prepare that report, or if it take a long time to prepare that report and present to the CEO or to the directors of the company, by the time they will make it, it might possible they can lose the business, or some other company they can get that particular business or that particular order of a, right? So it's a responsibility of a CFO to analyze the data and to present the data on a time, and the report should be accurate, because many of the major decisions will depend on that. Okay. The major decisions will be depend on the reports or the dashboard which will be presented by the CFO. Now we are talking about the CFO dashboard. So what exactly CFO dashboard is going to do? What exactly CFO dashboard is? The CFO dashboard is used to answer the question raised by the CEO, because the question may be the CEO, he will be going to ask many questions that what are the how much sales we have done in the previous financial year, how much profit we have made in the current financial year, or how much profit or how much loss we have, uh, means how much loss it has happened in the this current financial year in comparison of the existing financial year. So there are lots of questions which can be raised, which can be asked by the CEO of a company or the board of directors of a company or the directors. So okay, so the CFO should be ready, should be prepared a dashboard, a complete dashboard. Now the dashboard can be either it can be an interactive dashboard or it's or a static dashboard. It depends as required. So he should be get ready to all the questions or all sort of questions, maybe the questions which a CEO can be asked. So the CFO make most of the decisions regarding investing in the company money, which means taking into account any risk or liquidity. And the company CFO, he will be going to also handle the issues regarding the capital structure of the company along with its equity, internal financing and debits. And if any problems with the capital structure arises, the CFO is one to address and fix them. So he will be going to use the dashboard. So once the dashboard is prepared, once he has a dashboard, so based by using that dashboard, he can answer the questions. He can take the decisions, or the financial decisions can be taken after based on the dashboard. And so basically CFO dashboard is a designed to collect in one easy to view place the important financial matrices for a customer organization, so that the financial health of the organization can be quickly understood. Okay, so let's take an example of a CFO dashboard, that how actually the CFO dashboard looks like. So I have prepared a dashboard. So you can see that's an example of a dashboard of a CFO dashboard. And in this CFO dashboard, he has placed lots of charts along with the tabular data in this tabular format. So if you can have a look, we have the revenue. This is presenting the revenue of a company. This is the gross margin of a specific period. That's the total income, that the storage sale, that the table sale, that the sitting sales, and along with this, the profit and loss statement has been created here. How was the sale, cost and gross margin and total department expenditure, and the balance sheet. So it's a balance sheet. So balance sheet has been prepared. So along with the balance sheet, the charts are placed. So we can say that it's a complete dashboard, and this dashboard we can present in front of a CEO or in front of a decision makers of the board of directors who are going to take the decision. And okay, so this can help to take the decisions. This can help the leaders of a company to take the better future decisions for the company. Okay. So our requirement is to prepare a dashboard by using R programming. Okay, because we have although we have got BI tools available, we have got Tableau or ClickView, there are other BI tools available for preparing the dashboard. But why should we use R programming for preparing the dashboard? If there are other tools available in the market for preparing dashboard, then why should we go for R? So before moving on to that, before I tell you that why should we go for R programming for preparing the dashboard, so let's have a look. Let's see that how many types of dashboards do we have. So normally we have got three types of dashboard. There are three common type of dashboards, and each performing a specific purpose. So the type of dashboards are operational dashboards, strategic or executive dashboards, and analytical dashboards. And each of them, they are performing a specific purpose. So what actually the operational dashboard is presenting? These dashboards displays data that facilitates the operational side of a business. So operational side, for example, in a business with a website, and it's important to ensure that the website will remain up and running. Okay, so we will be going to monitor the server uptime and utilization. Okay, so that is the operational, that if we have any resources, so this operational dashboard will be going to present that if the resources we are using, so what are the uptime for the resources, whether that resource is still up or not, or how many times, how long we have consumed those resources, or whether that resources are working perfectly fine or not. So in a business within an inside sales function, I want to measure number of calls made and number of appointment booked. So how many operations has been performed, I would like to track them and place them on a dashboard. So that kind of dashboard we used to call as an operational dashboard. So okay, so all the operationals which performs in a company, in an organization, we want to track them, we want to identify them, so we can place them on the operational dashboard. Next we have the strategic or the executive dashboard. Basically, strategic dashboard will typically provide the KPIs. KPI stands for key performance indicators. Key performance indicators that a company executive team track on a periodically, or periodically means like there are many KPIs. So the company's executive team, they would like to track those KPIs on a periodic basis, like weekly or monthly or on a daily basis. So the strategic dashboard, it will be going to provide the executive team with a high level overview of the state of the business. Okay? It will be going to provide the strategic view of the state of the business to the company. Now, what type of business basically? So it can the data can be include like the periodic revenue versus the prior period, and the cost versus the prior period, the headcount by the department, or the sales pipeline. So all these can be placed on the strategic dashboards or the executive dashboard. Now, last one we have the analytical dashboard. So this analytical dashboard could display operational or strategic data. It can be displayed both the operation or the strategic data. And however, this type of dashboard, it allows us to further drill down the functionality. So it allows the user to explore more of the data and gets different insight. For example, on a dashboard, I have prepared, I have added a chart, and that chart right now, let's suppose the chart is presenting the year-wise sale, year-wise expenditure we have done. Now I would like to find out the month-wise expenditure or quarter-wise expenditure. So basically, I'm further drill down. I'm drill downing the data. I'm drill downing the report. So this can be done by doing the analytical dashboards. So these type of dashboards are very helpful, and we can place almost all the functionalities at a single place. Right. So the marketing manager, if we talk about the marketing manager, so the marketing manager may need both a strategic and operational view of their data, right? So, but if we talk about the CFO can be maybe he can be used for the analytical dashboard, because he has lots of questions. He has many questions. So based on the queries, based on the question asked to that CFO, it would be better go for an analytical dashboard. Now, next we come that how R is helpful in creating dashboards. As we have talked about the dashboard, so how R is helpful into that. So how R can help. So first of all, let's have a look that what are the various type of charts, what are the various type of graphics we can create in R. So you can see there, I have placed some samples here. So you can see there are the different type of samples of R which we can create. So R provide the cool graphics, and by using R programming, we can create the different type of charts or different type of graphs, and we can place them on a single dashboard, in a common dashboard, and we can present it to the CEO, or we can present it to the business, or in front of the board of directors to take decisions on it. So R is a data analysis software, and data scientists, statisticians, analysts, quants, and others who need to make sense of data, they use R for statistical analysis, for data visualization, and also for predictive modeling. So in R, basically we do the analysis after writing a script. So in R, if we want to perform analysis on the data, we need to write scripts on top of that, okay, onto that data. So what we need to do is, for example, first of all, we have to extract the data, we need to collect the data. Now there are many ways to collect the data, and R is an open source. First of all, R is an open source. There are lots of packages available in the R. So R has got a huge community, okay, and within R we can load the data by using the libraries, and once the data is loaded into the R, okay, once the data is extracted from the data set and loaded into the R, we can visualize the data by writing a script. So there are many functions available. We can use those functions. Okay. So what are right? So we need to extract the data, or we need to install the libraries. We need to install libraries, the required libraries. Then we need to extract the data, and then we need to prepare charts, or we need to visualize the data. We can visualize the data by using. Okay, we can visualize. We can visualize the data by writing the script into R. Okay. So R is a complete interactive object-oriented language. It is designed by statisticians for statisticians. This R language, it provides the object. We have got objects into R. We have got operators. We have functions. That makes the process of exploring, modeling, and visualizing data a natural one. And the complete analysis on the data can be performed in R in just a few lines of code. We don't have to write a big lines of code in R to to visualize the data. Once we got the correct package, once we have got the correct package or the function, we can visualize the data in just a few lines of code. And R is a computer programming language specifically for statistics, and with R we can do like creating graphs, charts, etc. R is an integrated suite of software facilities for data manipulation, calculation, and graphical display. So once we have collected the data, we can visualize the data, we can do the calculations on it, we can do the analysis on that, we can use that data for graphical display as well. Although there are lots of softwares available for data analysis today, there are many softwares available in market like spreadsheets like Excel, batch-oriented procedure-based system like SAS, point-and-click GUI-based system like we have SPSS, and data mining and so on. But still R is popular because R is mainly used when the data analysis task requires standalone computing or analysis individual servers. So if we are not going to collect the data from multiple or from distributed servers, if we have got a if the data is stored on at a single place, so when it's a standalone computing we want to perform, so R would be beneficial to perform. R would be beneficial for that. So R is a leading tool for statistics, data analysis, and machine language, and it is more than a statistical package. And we can create our own objects, we can create our own functions and packages into R. And one of the main strengths of R is its huge community. So the community of R is very huge, and there are lots of packages are available in R, and every week or every month, every day, every week around 80 packages are added into the community, and we can use those packages, or we can include those packages in our program for visualizing the data. So let's take an example that how can we use R for visualizing the data or to create a CFO dashboard. So before moving on to that, I just wanted to display that dashboard I have prepared. So it's a sample dashboard prepared using the sample financial data. So you can see this dashboard has got the various charts like this. It's a net sales versus net profit, and by using this bar chart and the line chart. And in the second chart, I have used the box plot chart to display the next net sales, net profit, and profit margin. And the third chart, basically it's a bar chart. I have used here bar chart to present to display the region-wise expenditure in different region, how much total expenditure we have done in different region. And I placed them in a common chart, in a common plot by using R. So how we are going to prepare it? So, but before we'll see that how we can prepare that, let's have a look for the data set. So I have prepared a sample data set here. That's my sample data set, and I'm going to use this data set to prepare a dashboard for the same. Okay, so let's have a look how we can perform it. So I'll switch to R Studio, and it's in this R Studio. You can see this R Studio will be very helpful. So it's a GUI tool tool to prepare a dashboard, to visualize the data. Only thing we need to do is we'll need to import the libraries. We need to install the packages into it, and then we can use it. So let's suppose I want to perform a region-wise expenditure. I want to calculate the region-wise expenditure. So the very first library we require is to install the. I need to read the CSV file, formatted file. So the file which I displayed, the data set which I demonstrated you just now, which I show you just now, this data set basically it's in a CSV format. It's in a .csv format. So I just wanted to read it. So how I can read that? I simply write here. I simply pass a command here: install.packages, and this R Studio. This will help you to write the. It will help you to write the statements by providing the this tooltip package tooltip help. Okay, so I write install.packages and I write here XLSX because I want to read the data from an Excel file. Although it's in a CSV format, but it's a Excel formatted file. So I just select it and run it. So it will install the package, and I have already installed this package. So it says that it's already loaded. So whether I want to load it again or not. So I don't want to load it again. It's already there, or there is. So that's the way that's one way to install a package. Another way is we can click on packages, and here also we can use this. We can click on this install, and we can specify the package name here. So, and I write here XLSX. So the package has been installed, or even if I click on install, so I get the same message. It means the package has successfully installed. So once the package is installed, I simply type a command library and I write XLSX. Basically, library is just like while we are importing the data, while we are importing the libraries in our, like I'm importing the library in my, in our other programming languages. So in similar way, I use this statement, library XLSX, to import the library in this current directory. So I've used this library XLSX, and now I'll just demonstrate. I'll just copy paste the code to demonstrate you. And in this example, what I have done, I have read the data. I have read the data in my data is it's in financial data.csv stored on my D drive. Okay, you can specify the location. And once you specify the location, you can read the CSV formatted file and stored in this data one. And when I execute it all together, when I run it, you can see the chart has been prepared. Very cool. Okay. So very few statements are passed here. Okay, very few statements are passed here. This is just to display this. This is just for get the value. So I can remove these statements and then simple. And the actual, to plot the bar, we have a command here, bar plot. We can use bar plot, or we can use simple plot statement to display in the form in line. So I use this bar plot, and we can customize it. We have customized it, means we have used in different colors, and we can specify in different colors as well. You can see I have placed the plots as well, right? And if I zoom it, I can see it. I want to take a printout, so I have an option here to export it, save as a PDF or save as image or copy to the clipboard. I can directly save as a PDF or save as image, and then I can share it with my clients or with my users. So this is how we can calculate the region-wise expenditure. We have got regions in this section, and we have a amount. So I want to calculate the region-wise expenditure based on it. Right? So that is the region-wise expenditure. After I execute the code, I got this output, and I click on zoom, and I can see the output. We can take a snapshot, or we can simply export it from here as well. We have an option, save an image and save as PDF. Also, if you don't want to go for this default option, if you want, for example, if your requirement is that after the chart is prepared, I would like to save this directly in a PDF format, that option is also available. So for that, we need to write a code, we need to pass few statements, and then it will be automatically saved as in a PDF format. another solution is I just wanted to create a dashboard which will represent the various charts. Okay, a collection of charts, and I would like to add as a dashboard. I would like to add that as a dashboard. So that chart is also prepared. So I just remove this and I just clear this as well. And I'm going to paste that code. You see, that's the chart. That's the code. Basically, it's a big code because we are adding the multiple charts. So you can see this section would be same. That is same for as the previous one. So we have passed the statement. First of all, I read the CSV, means I read the CSV file, I extract the CSV file and store in this data one. Then I calculate the aggregate values. I calculate the aggregated value AGG data. This is to calculate the aggregation, done the aggregation, and the aggregation will be done on region wise as on financial elements. Because because in the final output, final output will be like this. We have got net sales, net profit, and I want to calculate the profit margin as well. So these net sales, net profit, and profit margin, they are available in this. We have got the financial elements here. Let me show you that financial elements. We have got 3 financial elements: net profit, net sales, and profit margin. And also we have got regions, different regions. We have got around 5 regions here. Okay, 5 regions: England, Italy, Orlando, Stamford, Sunnyvale, and that's the amount. So my requirement is I would like to present output like this. We have got net sales, so this chart will represent net sales, net profit, and profit margin. That's for net sales versus net profit, and this is for region-wise expenditure. So that's why what I have done, I have aggregated the data based on region-wise and also based on financial elements, and I have done the calculations on top of that. So if I have simple print here, let's suppose I just execute it again. I just run these 3 statements and run it. So we have got the data. We have got this data 1, and if I click on this data 1, we have got the data. So the data has been loaded here. In similar way, if I click on AGG data, we have got the aggregated data, and you see this aggregated data. We have got around 15 entries. Why 15 entries? Because we have got 5 regions. So England also has got net profit, England has got net sales, and England has got the profit margin. But my requirement is I would like to calculate the grouping data. Okay, I would like to apply, means I want the grouping one. So for that, what I have done, I have created a grouping here. And the grouping has been done. So the grouping, right. So that is basically the grouping has been done, or the aggregation has been done on grouping wise. Right, and also I calculated the AGG1 data. That's aggregated one, and this aggregated one data, it holds only the region Italy, Stamford, and Orlando. And here this aggregated data is only done on region wise, not on the financial data element wise. So that's the total expenditure. It will calculate the total expenditure done region wise. Then I extract the region and stored from I extract the region from AGG data, and I store it in this region, and in similar way I extract the expenditure and store in this expenditure. And this AGG1 data, we have got column X, so this region and X column, so that's why I pass here region and X. And then I convert them into a data frame, store them as a data frame in this DF. So I pass here s.data.frame cbind. This is to bind region, expenditure. So it will create a new DF, and if we run this, and we have got a data frame. So if I pass here DF and execute it, so a new data frame has been created. This data frame has got the same output. We have, that's the data. Now my requirement is from I want to get the unique regions, because we have multiple regions. So that's why I pass a statement here, unique region. So we have got unique region from data 1, because in this data 1, if I simple pass here data 1, you can see here data 1. In this data 1, we have got around 1131 objects of 11 variables, and the regions, they are in duplicate regions. So I want to extract only the duplicate, I want to extract only the unique regions. So those unique regions I extracted from here. Then I set the layout of the matrix, because the final output should be like this. We have got basically we have got 2 rows. The first row will get, the first row have only 1 column, and second row will have got 2 columns. So that's why I specify the matrix layout here. See 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, and I said by row is equal to 3. True. By row is equal to true means it will be placing the charts by row. Means it will place the chart first in this first row, then it will move in the next row. If it is set to false, then it will place the chart in the first row, then it will move to the second, in the first column of the second row, then again it will move, it will again place the chart in the first, in the second column of the first row. Okay, so I set this by row is equal to true, and now it's a combined chart. Combined chart is the first chart. So basically this combined chart, as you can see here, it's a bar plot, and the first chart is a net sales versus net profit. So to display this chart, we have got net sales versus net profit, and I set this bar plot, and net sales, I divide this by 1000 because the amount will be bigger, so that's why I divided by 1000. Axis is equal to false, I set it to false, and color is equal to rainbow, label is equal to this, and I set the Y limit is equal to 0 to 500. I set the limit, and then we have axis, labels. On the axis, we need to display the region. On axis, you see, I want to display the regions here: England, Italy, Stamford, Sunnyvale, and Orlando. So this statement will be used to display the region, to display the labels, to add the labels on the x-axis. And then I want to add the, I want to display this, I want to plot a line chart. I want to plot a line to display the net profit as a net profit. So that's why I use here plot, which will display the net profit, and the color is equal to red. There will be no X label or Y label because we have already defined that. And on axis 4, you see axis 4 is coming. Why axis 4? Because we have fourth axis, this axis, and in this fourth axis, it will display it will use the fourth axis and the maximum net profit of X, and net profit divided $X divided by 1000. $X basically net profit, we have got the column, so it will extract the data. It will use this net profit to present it, to display the data. And you see this in this box plot chart. So that is the first chart. Another chart we have is the box plot chart. This one, box plot. In this box plot chart, I want to present the net profit, net sales, and profit margin. So first of all, I calculate this net profit. So we can pass this statement before this bar plot as well, before this combined chart. Obviously, because we are using this net profit and net sale. But when I execute this command, I will execute them all together. So it will place the chart here all together. But if you want, I mean, if you want to play the first, only this first chart, you don't want to go for the bar plot or the third chart. In that case, you need to execute this statement before creating this combined chart. Otherwise, they will not get the values because they are using net sales and net profit. And net profit, I have used here subset function. This subset function will perform the aggregation where the final one is equal to net profit. So final one, basically AGD data, you see AGD data, we have got final one. Final one, it is a column which contains the values for the net, it holds the values here, it holds the labels here. Get back, and then I calculate the net profit, net sales, profit margin, and then I use a box plot chart to display the aggregated data based on the final one. In final one, it used all the profit margin, net sales, net profit, and profit margin, and that's the value. That's the X label and Y label. And the final chart we have is the bar chart. This bar chart will represent basically region-wise expenditure. So for the region-wise expenditure, my requirement is region-wise expenditure. So it's a simple chart. So this will be a bar chart, and this we have just now we have done this in the previous example. So I just copy paste the code from the previous example and execute it. So now if I execute all of the code together, I simply select them and click on run. When I run it, when I simply run it, you can see the chart has been placed. So the chart has been created here, and if I click on zoom, we can see the dashboard has been prepared. The dashboard is created. Now again, we have an option. Either we can save it manually by clicking on this option, by export. By using this export, we can save as image, or we can save as PDF, or we can save it by using the commands. We can pass the command, and we can store this in a directly in. We can store directly in the as a PDF or as a data or as an image. So that's how we can create our dashboards in R. So we can combine the charts, we can combine the multiple charts by using this layout, by setting the layout. And if I do not, right, and I already told you that if I do not set this to do what happen, and what exactly these functions are doing. Now to work on R, we should be aware of, or we should know the functions. Okay, so we need to know all the functions in R, that what are the use of the functions, but there are all the packages are available, and any package we want to use it, or if we need any, if we need help on any of the package, we have option here. We have an option here to we can pass here help, and on help, for example, I write XLSX and XLSX, and when I run it, so the help will open. And this help, so it okay, so the help will open in this section, and we can see it's read write format Excel 2007 and Excel 9720 2000 2000 XP 2003 files. So this XLS, so like this we can open the help of any of the package, and then we will be knowing that the further details on how to use it. So right. Now in this example, I have used a CSV formatted file, but it is not mandatory that you can go for a CSV formatted file. You can use any formatted file as required. We can connect the R to any sort of data set, because I have extracted the data from a data set just for a scenario, just for example. So the output which I received, the output I received in a CSV formatted file. But it might possible if we can connect R directly to our cloud solutions. We have options to we have to the libraries, and we can we can extract the data directly from SQL Server, or from our cloud solutions, or from XML file. In XML formatted file, we can integrate with XML formatted file as well, or we can go for a live data set as well. Now in this case, what has happened, that I'm using an offline data set because I have downloaded the data set on my system, and every time if I'm using the data set, and if I want to get the updated record, every time I have to export the data from my system, from my data set on my local system on my D drive, and in the same at the same location, then only I will get the updated data set. So just to restrict that, just to work on a live data set, if we are using any other data set, like if we are using the data SQL data set, or if we are using a cloud solution, we need to include the libraries, we need to import the packages, and we can use them. So we have various packages available. For example, to establish a connection with SQL Server, we need to go for RODBC package. To do a connection with the Salesforce or any other because you know that nowadays CRM is also popular. Okay, so the companies, they use CRM to store the data set, to store their data online. So we have an rforce.com package. So we can use that package, rforce.com package. We use this package, and we can interact with the CRM, with the Salesforce basically. And in Salesforce, if any data, and if we are extracting the data from the Salesforce, so whenever we load this library, whenever we load the statements, or whenever this script executed, it will establish a connection with the Salesforce, and it always get the live data set. Okay, we'll always get the updated record, but because here it will, we have to do the modifications into this chart, into this file, then only we'll get the updated data set. Otherwise, it will always go for the existing one. So that's how we can prepare a dashboard in R. Right. So that's all from my side in today's session. Okay, so before I wind up this webinar, I just wanted to tell you about BISP, what exactly BISP, how BISP will be going to help in that. So BISP, basically we are into the education service as well as in consulting service as well, and we are offering education in almost more than 25 courses As you can see here, almost all the courses have been listed here, and we are the world top blogger across the globe, and we have got the largest number of YouTube videos tutorial collection. If you want to have a look for more videos on R programming, you can visit our website. You can visit our YouTube channel for more videos on R programming. We have got the largest number of students taught till date, and you see, as I told you, that we are offering around more than 52 courses, and the total video tutorial collection we have got 10,800. And how we can help you with that? That we can provide you a solution, a ready-made solution, so that you can simply pass your data. You can simply load your data into that solution, and it will prepare a complete financial dashboard to you, the CFO dashboard to you. So based on the certain queries, based on the certain scenarios, which are the commonly scenarios which will be it will prepare the common CFO dashboard, which will be used almost for the financial data set, for the financial queries which will be raised by the CEO or the board of directors of a company. So that's all from my side. If you have any queries, you can come up with your questions one by one. You are open to, means now you all are open for your queries. So I'm going to unmute you all. If you have any doubts, you can ask your questions.